For those of you who don't know me, I'm Kat from the Wild Alaskan Company recipe team. The recipe that we're making today is what I'm calling a Mediterranean baked halibut. This particular recipe is super simple, but it has tons of flavor. It's simple because it hinges upon just the quality of the ingredients that you're putting into the dish. There's not that much technique that goes into this. You're basically letting the food do a lot of the talking and the working for you. So we've got good fish, got some good cherry tomatoes, we've got some good feta, some Kalamata olives. Put all of those ingredients together, you really can't go wrong. Oh, I have good olive oil too, of course. Anyway, all of those are going to go into a single baking dish. So this recipe is just going to be ridiculously simple to make. I have some garlic just minced up, some roughly chopped parsley, and that's pretty much it. I just have some spinach on the side as well. That's not going to go into the dish. I'm just going to make a little simple side as we're waiting for the fish to bake. So, all right, let's start cooking. I just have some halibut, a single fillet that I've patted dry, and that's going to go right into the dish. We're going to dress it really simply. Actually, we'll do a little olive oil to start it out and make sure I get some underneath so that this doesn't stick to the bottom of the dish here. I'm just going to season this pretty lightly with salt because we do have some other salty flavors in here, feta, olives, of course. Basically, you just put everything in the dish. And then I'm going to crumble up this feta. To that, we'll sprinkle around a little bit of garlic and then parsley. Because I didn't have fresh thyme for this, so I'm just gonna toss in some dried thyme. Maybe one final drizzle of olive oil. I know that looks like a lot of olive oil, but it's gonna bake up really nicely. To this, we're just gonna squeeze on some lemon juice. This looks delicious as is, but it's not cooked, so let's pop it into the oven right now. I have an oven preheated to 375. And we'll let that cook for about 10 minutes here. So let me just try to set an alarm. So in the meantime, one thing that I want to do is actually make a little side of greens. Today I have these like very leafy spinach greens. What I want to do is blanch them. I'm basically just going to dunk this into the water until it is just wilted and then drop it into an ice bath. And to that, we're just going to dress it very, very simply. But I'm just going to drop in these greens. It might look like a lot, but this will get very, very compact once it's wilted. That's pretty much it. I think I've had these in here for like 30 seconds. And I can see, the stems look bendy and tender now. They've picked up kind of like a bright green color. So those are just going to go straight into my bath. Yeah, these are no longer hot. They're a nice cold temperature. All those greens turned into this tiny little scraggly ball. So to this, I'm just going to chop it. I'm going to just go ahead and mix this up on this little bowl. We'll do a little olive oil here. I saved a few bits of garlic and then a little bit of salt. Mix that up and then give it a taste. And I might add a squeeze of lemon if it needs it, but I don't think it needs it actually, but what the heck, I'll just put a little bit on because I have a lemon here. So that is delicious. Tons of flavor. Again, it's just the vegetable doing a lot of the work. So I like doing this with greens for lunch. I think it's really fast. I mean, there's still plenty of time left for the fish to cook. I think I have about a minute or so left to check on it. So let's see if this is done. So I don't have my thermometer with me, but to see if it's done, we'll see if it flakes easily on the corner. And surprise, surprise, it does flake easily on the corner. So that to me means this is ready to serve and just like effortlessly flaky. Not to destroy this fish, but I just wanted to show you how flaky and delicious this comes out. All right, and a fish spatula will help transfer this because it's so ridiculously flaky. You don't want to lose half the fish when you're moving it to your plate. All this deliciousness, I'll just kind of pile it around here. And these juices in the pan, don't forget about those because they're super tasty. This would be a great thing to pour over if you had a side of rice or potatoes. But since I have neither of those, I'm just gonna pour this all over and season the whole dish with this deliciousness. So there you have it. Mediterranean baked cod, cherry tomatoes, some olives. They have pits in them, so I'll just eat around that. And a little quick side of spinach while we are waiting, just because. So let me take a bite with feta and tomato just to check the salt level. That is perfect for me. If you don't want to add salt, you probably don't even need it because the feta has so much flavor. Next week, I said this last week because I thought I was hosting Easy Ways to Eat More Seafood this week, but I didn't host that one this week. I'm hosting that event next week. It's called Easy Ways to Eat More Seafood. It's a back to basics event that makes it really easy to eat more seafood. I'll cover different ways to thaw fish, to have different helpful tools in your pantry or in your utensil drawer. And also one of my favorite cooking methods, spoiler alert, it's cooking in papillote. So if you don't know what that is, join us at the event next week. It's a must attend. So hope to see you there. And thanks for coming today. I hope you try making this recipe at some point for yourself or for some friends because it is delicious. And if you'll excuse me, it's time for me to eat lunch. So live wild, everyone. Thanks for being here.